You walk into a Buddhist temple, and what do you see? You see giant golden statues. You see people bowing deeply, their foreheads touching the floor. You see offerings of fruit, flowers, and incense. In the West, we have only one box for this kind of behavior. We call it worship. And we assume that the man represented in the statue, the Buddha, must be their God. What if that's not what's happening at all? What if this isn't an act of worship, but an act of profound gratitude? And what if the person they're bowing to is not a god, but a doctor? Hello, and thank you for joining our conversation here at the Mindful Compass. Today, we are answering one of the most common and foundational questions. Do Buddhists worship the Buddha as a god? The simple, direct answer is no. The historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, was a human being. He was not a divine creator. He was not the son of a god. He never claimed to be anything other than a man who, through his own relentless human effort, woke up. This is the whole point. If he were a god, his awakening would be meaningless for us. It's because he was a human that his path is a promise that we, as humans, can wake up to. So, why all the bowing? The confusion comes from a simple translation error. We see bowing and we call it worship. But the Buddhist tradition calls it puja, which means reverence, honor, and respect. Here's an analogy to make this perfectly clear. The analogy: the master physician. Imagine you are suffering from a deep, chronic, and mysterious illness. It causes you pain, confusion, and despair. You go to countless healers. Many of them ask for your blind faith. They say, "Just believe in me, and I might cure you." Then you meet a master physician. This physician doesn't ask for your belief. He says, "I was once sick, just as you are. I dedicated my entire life to studying this illness. I did the research. I tested every medicine, and I finally found the cure. I have healed myself." Then he hands you the prescription. He says, "Here is the medicine, the Four Noble Truths. Here are the lifestyle instructions, the Eightfold Path." It is a difficult treatment, but if you follow this prescription, you will heal yourself, just as I did. You don't worship this physician as a god. You don't pray to him to magically take the illness away. You bow to him in profound, speechless gratitude. You put his portrait, his statue, in your office, not to pray to, but to remind you of the path, to honor the one who showed you the way, and to inspire you to take the medicine. So, when you see a Buddhist bow to a statue, they are not saying, "Buddha, please save me." They are saying, "Thank you, honored teacher. Thank you for showing me the path. I bow to the wisdom you represent." The statue is not an idol. It is a reminder. It's a focal point for our own gratitude and our own commitment. In fact, the Buddha's very last words were reported to be a lamp unto yourselves. Work out your own liberation with diligence. A god says, rely on me. A Buddha says, rely on the path. Let's feel the energy of this right now, without any statue needed. I call this the gratitude bow. 1. I invite you to just sit where you are. Close your eyes for a moment. 2. Now, think of one person in your life who taught you something truly valuable. A teacher, a mentor, a grandparent, an author, someone who showed you a path. 3. Bring their face to mind. 4. Now, just slightly, incline your head, a simple, respectful nod. 5. As you do, don't ask them for anything. Just feel the simple, clean, warm energy of the words, thank you. 6. Feel that? That clean, humble, grateful respect? That is the heart of a Buddhist bow. It is reverence, not worship. So, no, Buddhists do not worship the Buddha as a god. They honor him as the ultimate teacher, the great physician, the one who drew the map. The bowing is not an act of surrendering power to a deity. It is an act of empowering ourselves by showing respect for the path that leads to our own awakening. This is a beautiful and clarifying distinction. First, please share this video with anyone you know who has asked this very common, very important question. Second, in the comments, let's practice this gratitude. Who is one physician or teacher in your own life that you feel that deep respect for? And third, if you find this path of inquiry valuable and wish to continue these conversations, I warmly invite you to subscribe and follow our channel. Thank you for joining this conversation. May you be well. May you be peaceful. And may you be inspired by all the great teachers on your path.